Greetings, everybody. Come on in. We're going to start in mountain pose. Welcome. My name is John. This is Power 2 hours. What? Power for 2 hours. How about that? 2? The first hour is just a warm up.
We get to the hard stuff.
Then we get to the good stuff. So let's begin in mountain pose. We'd like to take the first few moments of our practice just to get in tune with self. We can do that by taking a few deep breaths. Get reacquainted with your breathing. Perhaps start with a full deep breath in, filling up your lungs. And exhale, just let it release, let it go. And one more time, full breath in and exhale. Maybe a little circle of your shoulders with that exhale, movement of your head and neck. Just kind of loosen things up. And just continue with slow, steady breaths, checking in with your body. Notice how you're feeling at this moment. Just work your way down your body. Checking with your shoulders, your arms, your hands and fingers, your torso, so your back, your front, your hips. Checking in with your legs, your knees, your ankles, your feet, your toes. Good. Just steady breaths in and out. This being the foundation of your practice, breathing. The breath work will guide us and support us in our moving practice. As you take your next breath in, fill up your lungs once again as you're able. And with this exhale as you're able, draw or pull your belly button in towards your spine, a light contraction of your abdominal muscles, a way to engage your center. This is the abdominal lock. Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha. The abdominal lock. Bandha or Bandha just means lock. Connecting to your center. This too will help support you in your practice. Again, a breath in, feeling the breath rising to fill up your lungs. Even feel the lengthening of your spine grow taller. And then the exhale to connect. Drawing belly in, contracting. So thinking about and feeling into your own strength, stability, balance. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Prepare your body to move. And as a reminder, this is your practice. Move as you need to move today. If you need to slow things down or modify or even rest at any moment, please do so. Honor that part of self. When you're ready to move, inhale, extend your arms out and up. Treat it like a stretch. Reach up towards the sky. Then exhale, will fold forward. So a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Just slowly make your way down toward your toes. You don't have to touch your toes here. You might, but you don't have to. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your shins, just below the knees. Only rise up halfway. Pause for a moment. Hold on the exhale, this half forward fold. Just notice the sensations here. So we're just creating a long, flat back like you were a table. You might feel the engagement in your legs to help you stay here in this posture. And there's still an engagement of your core, your center. Take a breath in, and with the exhale, just melt, just slide down, return to a forward fold. And just feel the release, feel the relaxation. Perhaps another circle of your shoulders or a stirring motion with the arms. Maybe nod yes a few times, shake your head no. Aware of any tension or tightness that you might be holding in that area of your body, your head, your neck, your shoulders, your back. That can just easily at this point, maybe just roll right off of you. Good. And a nice exhale through the mouth is nice. Helping also to let things go. 2 more breaths in the standing forward fold. Let's return to standing. First, shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees to lower your hips. We'll start lifting the upper body, then extend your arms out to the side. As you inhale and rise up, reach up into the air, another stretch. On the exhale, you can bring your palms together down to your heart here, or you can bring your arms to your side. And just hold for a moment. Pausing, taking a breath in mountain pose. That's our half salute to the sun. We're just going to repeat that sequence. When you're ready to go, inhale, reaching into the air, lengthening through the sides of your body. Good, nice active body. Exhale, leading with your heart. Fold forward, soft knees, guiding your way down. Inhale, rise up halfway, long, flat back. There's our tabletop, good. The exhale, just fold back down. Maybe a nice complete release of head, neck, and shoulders. That same weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees to lower hips. Start lifting upper body. Then inhale, reach out and up. Big stretch. Exhale, hands to your heart or arms to your side. So that's our flow. Let's pause for a moment. I'm just going to continue. Vivian, can you go right here? Holding for a moment. We'll continue, we'll add on to our sequence. Here we go. Inhale, reaching into the air. Another big stretch. Exhale, lead with heart. Fold forward. Just move at your own pace. Take your time. And inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward to help that spinal extension. This exhale, fold all the way down we go. Bend your knees enough so you can reach the floor with your hands. Plant your hands into the earth near the top edge of your mat. And then just walk or step your feet to the back end of your mat. Pausing here in plank pose. Be aware of your hips, not too low, not too high, perhaps right at shoulder level if you can sense that. And just feel the energy and strength in your body, tapping into your own strength. Take a breath in. On the exhale, bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air, while your head and chest will sink and dip between your arms. You'll be led into downward facing dog. Good. Once you're here, make any adjustments with your feet or even your hands on your mat to help you settle into your pose. And you're welcome just to hold and be here, feel the sensations in your body, or add some movement. You might pedal your feet, press one heel down, then the other, and just alternate to get a stretch in your toes, your calves, and any other parts of your body. And of course, if you need to rest, just come down to your knees so you can rest your hands. Good. All right, moving from here, full breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, draw belly button in towards spine. Bend your knees, walk, step, or jump, or hop. Both feet up to the top of your mat. You'll be in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine. Exhale, fold. Nice release. Good. Same weight shift into your heels. Bend your knees. Lower hips. We'll inhale and float all the way up. Reach into the sky. This exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position. Feel like you're sitting back and down into a seat. Holding here for a moment. Just notice the balance in the body. Hips are moving to the back edge of your mat to maintain that balance. Your arms are extended out front. Let's take a breath in. And exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll call it monkey pose. Exhale, fold all the way down. Find the ground, plant the hands, walk, step, or hop your feet back into plank pose. Same thing here. Just hold. Push strongly into the earth with the hands. As you inhale, stay in place, but feel the lengthening of the body. With the exhale, just feel the belly button pull up towards spine. We're still holding plank. Still engaging the core body. Now you can take your next exhale and move right back into down dog, that shortcut, or finish your push-up here, bending elbows, coming down to Chaturanga Dandasana. You can certainly bring knees to the floor first, then chest. Then a back bend, it might be a low cobra, or upward facing dog, or something in between. Then exhale, downward facing dog, onto your toes. Hips float into the air, your head and chest just dip between the arms, and then just make some adjustments. We'll add a lunge here. When you're ready, inhale, extend right leg up. Let's hold for a moment, reaching long, maybe just to the back of the room. Maybe some of you can reach up towards the sky. Take a breath in, and exhale, step through. Right foot to the top of the mat or just behind your right hand. That should be good. Turn the back leg so your whole left foot is also on the floor behind you. Shift your weight back into that foot. So there's a sense of balance, and there's no weight in the hands. So you can easily lift right up into a warrior one. So an active reach up, nice lunge, just getting into the strength and energy in the legs here. Feet are firm. There's a sense of balance and centering. Your hips are right at center. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, hinge and fold. Bring your hands back down to the floor. Slide or pull right foot back. Plank pose. Another pause. Core strength, arm strength. Finish your push-up if you'd like, or just, again, take a shortcut to down dog. You can always take a shortcut to downward facing dog. If you're going through that full vinyasa, finishing that push-up, and then into your back bend, and we'll finish together in downward facing. Other side when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. We're holding for a moment just to continue that good extension through the leg, through the whole body. Hands are pressing firmly into the floor. Next, exhale, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Once landed, turn back leg to get the whole foot on the floor. Shift your body weight back. Good balance between the feet. Light hands allow you to hinge from hips and float right up into your warrior one. Then just settle in. Reach high, lunge low. Good. Feel the energy through the entire body, from your fingertips right down to your feet. Good. Nice alignment. Left knee and toes are pointing forward. You're facing forward here too. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, fold. Replant the hands into the earth. Let's slide left foot back. Plank pose. Brief pause. And then finish your sequence. Again, if you're doing Chaturanga Dandasana, the bottom of the push-up, you can certainly bring knees to the floor first, and then lower your way down. Your back bends could be low. And then finishing in down dog. All right, just going through that same sequence again, just making it flow, but go at your own pace. Inhale, extend right leg up. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the earth behind you. Shift weight back. Rise when you're ready. Good. We're coming right back down. Fold. Hands to the floor. Slide right foot back. Plank. Finish your sequence. Again, skip it if you want to. Just go right into down dog. You don't have to do all the push-ups here. Finishing in down dog, then the left side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, just going through a vinyasa flow. Left foot to the top of the mat, right heel to the earth behind you. Hinge all the way up. That's an in-breath, and exhale, just fold to finish. Plant the hands, slide left foot back, plank, and then finish your flow. Just building good energy and warmth in the body as we go through these sequences. We'll pause in down dog. Again, you can just hold in stillness for a moment or continue to add movement as you're warming up. All right, we're going to do a little floor work here. So gently bring knees to the floor. You're going to sit back briefly into hero just to get off the hands. You're going to sit off to the side. Swing your legs around to the front. You might sit in the center of your mat so you have room behind you to roll down onto your back. Just hug the knees in. You can add some movement here. Another nice opportunity to take some deep breaths just to get reacquainted with your breathing. All right, we're going to set the feet onto the floor. Before we rise into bridge, we're going to do what I call low bridge or little bridge. Okay? So stay where you are. So feet are flat on the floor. And your hips are on the floor. You're going to inhale and arch your back. Okay, but you're going to keep your hips on the floor. Keep your bottom on the floor. Just arch your back. And on the exhale, let's press the low back into the floor. So it's a rocking of the pelvis. That's what's creating this arch and pressing of the low back. So inhale, arch. Rocking the pelvis forward. Exhale, tuck it back towards self as you feel the low back press into the floor. And just keep doing that for a moment. If you're not quite certain how to do that, you can raise your hand so I can give you a better cue on working that part of the body. So it's just a rocking of the pelvis. That inhale creates that little bridge. You can slide your hand underneath you where your low back is, okay, and then press the low back into the floor. Okay. Do that a few more times because what you're activating as you're doing that, you're also activating the low abs. Okay, the transverse abdominis muscles, which I like to call the abdominal floor, which gives you a lot of strength and stability. This is a great way to exercise that. Alrighty. Now, do it again. You're going to inhale, arch, little bridge. Exhale, I call it scoop. Just press the low back into the floor and hold that posture. Hold that pressing of the low back into the floor. But keep breathing, but just keep that hollowed out feeling in the low belly. Okay? So you're just flexing those muscles. Now next, exhale. That scooping sensation will now allow your hips to lift up off the floor. And you can move into bridge. So if you need to adjust your feet, make them a little wider or step them in a little closer to you, whatever you need to do for greater stability, that's fine. And then for greater upper body stability, you might bend your elbows so your arms are at 90 degrees. Yes, like robot arms, and press down into the floor with the backs of your arms. So your upper body, your chest, feels like it's lifting, and it will stay lifted. Okay, now you're in that back bend. But think about that little low bridge practice we just did. We inhaled and we're arching the back. Exhale, tucking the pelvis under as if you're pressing your low back into the floor. Okay? So you're barely moving, but intrinsically you are. All righty, good. One more breath, holding that bridge pose, but still feeling that very subtle rocking sensation to engage core. And then wiggle the feet forward a little bit, extend your arms straight up into the air, then roll your way back down to the floor, light landing, soft landing. And once you're back on the floor, extend your body, extend your arms behind you, extend your legs out in front of you for a stretch. Lengthen here. And any other movement that might feel good, but mainly just lengthening. Okay? All right, we're going to do a very similar thing when we come up into boat pose, that rocking of the pelvis. Okay? So just draw knees in towards your body. Next, exhale, either rock your way up to seated, or if it feels better for your body, roll to your side and press yourself up to seated. You don't always have to rock. You can rock and roll, lift right here. Okay, before we get fully into boat, go ahead and keep the knees bent. Let's place the heels on the floor here. Knees bent, hold onto the backs of the knees with the hands. And lift yourself up so you're as tall as you can. Feel as if you're maybe up against a wall or in a flat, upright chair. Lift, inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale through the mouth so you can feel the core engage, the air leaving the belly so you can feel the core engage, the abdominal lock. Okay, next inhale, same thing, get tall. Exhale, like you're in a reclining chair, just start to lean back. You don't have to lean back too far. You can if you want to, but you know that's going to put more tension in your core system. You can stay just like this for your boat, okay? I like this because you can typically stay in the posture a little longer, all right? But you can certainly add more to it. Walk the heels back, lean back until you find balance on the hips so the feet lift without much effort. They just kind of float up on their own almost, okay? So you can have shins parallel to the floor here. You can even extend the legs. Do have active feet. You might point your toes. You can flex your feet here. Now what happens for me, I can already feel my hip flexors trying to engage because they are engaging to help me stay up, okay? That's why I like to have my heels on the floor. My hip flexors aren't going to engage as quickly, but I can keep the core muscles really fired up. All right, so that's just a little tip there. All right, we're going to move from here. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, either hands in front or to the side. So we can get the legs back behind us here, plank pose. Hold for a moment, still feeling perhaps that core engagement. Let's all take a shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees, hips to sky. Let's add on to our lunge series. Inhale, extend right leg up. Reach and hold for a second. Let's open the hips. So bend your right knee, bring your heel down towards backside. That's it. A little lift of the knee. We'll give you a little twist, a little turn of the hips. Nice. Opening towards the hallway, right side of the room. Breathe in. Exhale, let's unwind and step through. Back to a warrior one setup. So once you've landed up top, yes, left heel to the earth behind you. Grounded, balanced, light hands rise. Exhale, open to warrior two, just opening up to the left side of the room. You might need to make some adjustments with your feet. That's perfect. So again, you feel solid on your feet, on the ground. Nice and tall, outstretched arms. Side angle, follow the right arm forward to angle the upper half of the body, and then rotate the arms here. Even these can be modified. You don't have to angle too much, and you certainly don't have to reach the floor. Yes, you can come up much higher if you need to. Your hand or arm can rest lightly on the thigh. And still feel very open, because that's really what the pose is. You're just opening up sideways. Good, everybody. Side angle. Good. Breathing in, we're coming out of the pose. Exhale, turn, free the hands, fold, bring your hands to the floor, slide right foot back, plank pose. Hold for a moment. Stay here. As you exhale, just feel that core engagement. Even breathe out through the mouth like you did in boat. Okay, then take another shortcut to down dog. Maybe your next exhale, feel the hips float into the air. And then just make some adjustments with feet and hands. Same thing, other side. Inhale, extend left leg up. Reach and hold for a second, and then your opening of the hip. Bend the left knee. Heel comes down towards backside. Slight lift of knee. Make sure your hands are still pressing firmly into the floor. There it is. Here we go. Breathing in. Exhale, unwind. Step through. Left foot to the top of the mat. Take your time with these. Right heel to the earth behind you. Shift body weight back. Get that back leg and foot planted. Then rise. Exhale, opening up to the right side of the room. Here's our warrior two. Adjust, settle in. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana. Energy in the arms, hands, and fingers. Side angle, reaching forward. Follow the left arm forward. Just a little is fine. You don't have to go too far. Rotate the arms. Your left arm might even be braced against the inner left leg. You might have good flexible hips and side bodies here where you can reach the floor, but just know that you don't have to. Just like a standing forward fold, you don't have to touch your toes. You want good hip opening here, good heart opening, certainly strong legs. Here we go. Breathe in first. Exhale, turn for your hands. Bring your hands to the floor. Let's slide left foot back, plank pose. Brief pause, really just for realignment here. Then finish your push-up if you like. You can still take a shortcut or follow through the whole vinyasa, finishing in down dog. Going to return to standing from down dog. So on your next exhale, walk, step, or jump, both feet back up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees to lower hips. This just helps to protect the back as we now rise up. Inhale, reach into the air. In the exhale, just bring your arms down to your side. Good. Just take a moment, a little check-in right here. With breath, your body, maybe get a sip of water, whatever you need to do here. Just a little check-in before we continue. Okay, we're doing some core work today. So core, this abdominal middle, this section of centering, also going to help us with balance. So let's do a tree pose. So standing in mountain pose, balanced on 2 feet, we'll soften the knees so you're not locking out the knee joints. Start shifting weight into your right foot. We'll inhale, same thing, fill up the lungs. Exhale to engage the abdominal lock, and then float your left foot in the air by bending the knee, maybe a flexed foot, just like we did in boat, and then swing that knee out until it just naturally stops, because it could stop here, more if it can, and then bring foot to the inner leg. It could be up high on the inner thigh. It can certainly be low, below the knee, or even use the floor if you need a little extra stability. No worries. Use the floor. Then inhale, extend your arms into the air. You can go straight up. You can even take this a little wider. Even a little bend of elbows. Just very active in the arms, hands, and fingers. I like to get down low so that you have something to focus on that's not moving out in front of you, whether it's the wall in front of you, or maybe down low like the baseboard or the mat that's in front of you. Okay, as you hold in stillness, there's still that intrinsic movement. You're inhaling, getting longer, taller, and rooted into the earth. The exhale, still engaging in your core. Let's keep the arms extended as they are. Swing left knee forward towards me. Lift the left foot, and then plant the foot into the ground. Rebalance on 2 feet, and then bring your arms back down to your side. We're finishing with that, so you can let that all go in the arms, your shoulders, even check in with your right foot and your toes. Yeah. And just make your way back to mountain pose, settling in, balanced on 2 feet. Soften your knees. We'll shift weight into left foot, root. Inhale, get tall, fill the lungs. Exhale, engage belly. That's our support. Then we'll pick up the right foot. Flex the foot, bent knee. Swing the knee out until it just naturally stops. Yeah. Placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. High, medium, or low. It might be different on this side. All perfect. Listen to your body. Then extend your arms into the air. Reach with good energy through arms, hands, and fingers. Good. No worries if you lose balance, because we lose our balance. So you can always just place a foot back up onto the floor, take a breath, and then just come back into the pose. There you go. Good. Focus is forward or slightly downward. Yes, breathing is very intentional. Keeping the core engagement, helping with balance. Let's keep the arms as they are. We'll swing the right knee forward now, lifting the knee with the flexed foot. Perfect. Set the foot onto the floor. There's our rebalance, and then the arms back down to your side to finish. Shake it loose. Let it go. All done. Okay, I'm just going to keep the body in motion here. Here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a chair pose, sitting back and down. There's another balancing posture, really. Breathing in, ready to move. Exhale, dive out of your chair, back down towards toes, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, monkey pose. Exhale, fold. Here we go, all the way down. Hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop. Feet back, plank pose. Come down if you want to. Chaturanga Dandasana. Skip this if you need to or want to. Back bend here. Low cobra is perfect. Downward facing dog. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Let's add another twist here. Okay. Listen carefully. On your neck, this exhale, you're going to bring this right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. You don't have to touch the left elbow, just in that general direction. And then take that right leg back up into the sky. You did it. Reaching up, straight leg, then right foot back up to the top of the mat to a high lunge this time. So left heel stays lifted. All 10 toes are pointing forward. We still need to shift the body weight back into that lifted left heel so the hands are light, so you can easily rise. Here, good reach, good lunge, and that same connection to center. It's happening in the belly, right in the center of our body, but also think of your legs. Squeeze inner thighs towards each other. You even feel like you're holding on to something above you, over your head. Okay, we're going to rise up, straightening this front leg. Pivot left heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways towards the windows. Arms to parallel. We're going to triangle. So the legs are still straight here. We'll reach out over that straight right leg and then tip it over. Right hand to the thigh or knee or shin, maybe the ankle. Remember, you can always gauge this. You don't have to go down too low. Listen to your body. No need to force your body into any poses. So we're triangle posture. Nice stretch for the hamstrings, good opening through the hips. Coming out of the pose, we'll start by bending the right knee, so we're lunging forward. We're going to rise up, pass through Warrior 2. Reverse your Warrior. Right hand maybe flips up and then just reach up, maybe slightly behind you. Again, you can kind of gauge where you reach, forward, straight up, or backward behind you. Just a nice opening, good, through the right side of your body. There it is. Lengthening, opening. A little stretch for the obliques here, part of the core system. Okay, big cartwheel out of the pose. Around and down to the floor with both hands. We're sliding right foot back, plank pose. Complete your series as you'd like. Again, you can always skip these. You don't have to do all these push-ups. Meeting and downward facing. Stepping into place, other side when you're ready. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. It's our bend and twist, bending of the knee, adding that first twist. And next, exhale, left knee underneath you towards your right elbow. I call it a core twist. Yes, then extend the left leg back up into the sky, down dog. And now our high lunge. Left foot to the top of the mat, right heel stays lifted. Find your center. Rise only when you're ready. Here we are. Settle in. Reach up, lunge low, hug to midline. Again, belly, legs, squeeze. Hold on to something above you. Good. Just helps some of that balancing. Core work. Good. We're going to rise up to help straighten the left leg. Pivot right heel to the floor. You'll turn sideways, arms to parallel. There we are. Triangle. Reaching out past left thigh. Rotate here. Good. Stay up high if you need to. Okay. We're going for a triangle. So left leg as straight as you're able. There we go. Hamstring stretch. Works the hips. Extending the arms top to bottom. Breathing. Here we go. Inhale. On the exhale, we'll bend the left knee. Rise up, pass through warrior two to reverse your warrior. Reaching straight up or slightly forward or even slightly behind you. Lengthening and opening up through the left side of the body. Another little stretch for the obliques. Let's cartwheel out of the pose. Both hands down to the floor in front. Slide left foot back, plank pose. Let's stay here. Let's add a posture. Bring your right knee to the floor directly underneath your hip. Then you tap your right foot and just swing it off to the right side. It might even be on the floor. Going to side plank, it's just a variation. So you're just going to reopen towards the windows. Okay? We just have that right knee onto the floor, giving us a bit of stability and balance. Now, while you're here, I'm going to feel or imagine you're wearing a belt and you're pushing your belt buckle forward, a little pelvic push forward. While you're doing that, your upper back and the back of your head are leaning back into an imaginary wall. It just kind of lines you up. Good. Breathe in. And exhale, a careful, slow turn. Bringing the left hand back down to the floor. Bring your left knee to the floor. And bring that right kickstand back in. You'll be on your all fours here. Cat-cow while we're here. Inhale, arch the back. That's cow. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. You're doing another core engagement. Another abdominal lock. Keep going. Inhale. There's our back bend. Kind of softens the belly. Exhale. Engages the belly. Do one more. And once you get to cat pose, that rounded back feeling, hold it. Just like we did this on our backs. Same thing. We're just holding the cat pose. Keep the core engagement. You're still breathing, of course. Just strengthening those muscles. Engaging those muscles. Now tuck your toes. And then lift your knees off the floor. Send your hips into the sky. Head and chest dip between the arms. Then a slow shift back to plank pose until your shoulders are right over your wrists. Let's do the other side. So gently set the left knee onto the floor. We're making a kickstand off to the side and just opening up sideways. Side plank. And if your hands need a rest, come off the hands. Same thing as you're setting up that foot behind you on the floor, the left foot, just helping with balance, okay? So you can adjust your kickstand. All right, belt buckle pushing forward, back of your head, upper back, lean back, okay? Yes. Good. Side plank pose. Good extensions, reaching. And we're moving. Breathe in. And the exhale, let's bring the right hand back down to the floor, right knee to the floor. Bring your kickstand back in. 2 or 3 breaths. Same thing, cat and cow. Okay, what you just did. Inhale, arching the back, cow. Exhale, rounding. Good. Feel that core engagement. You can add other movements here if it feels good. That's our general flow right there. All right. Come to cat pose again, exhaling, hold the posture, keep breathing. That nice broad back that's rounded. Feel belly button draw up towards spine to keep core engaged. Tuck toes, lift knees, hips to sky, downward facing. We're going to go through actually, I'm going to show you something. Let's jump, step, or walk both feet back up to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. And we'll inhale, come all the way up to standing, reaching into the air. And exhale, arms down to your side. All right, just stay here and standing for a moment. We're going to go through a similar sequence. Once we get to a warrior 2 and a side angle, we're going to go to a side plank pose. I'm going to turn this way, okay? So what's going to happen, so my left hand is in the air. I'm going to bring my left hand to the floor here. My back foot, I'm going to rise up onto tiptoes. I'm basically turning the legs so my toes are now pointing that direction rather than to the left. Now they're pointing to the right. I'm going to slide or pull this right foot back and stack it on top of the other, which puts me into that side plank pose. Okay? You can certainly do this with the knee on the floor. We just came out of the posture doing that, okay? Or you can do it with the straight legs. Variation, stacked feet or legs, or staggered, okay? All right, so from our mountain pose, here we go. Inhale, reach into the sky. Exhale, chair pose, sit back into the imaginary seat. We'll take a breath in. Exhale, dive out of your chair, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose, come down only if you want to. Chaturanga Dandasana, again, you can skip these. Inhale, up dog if you're going through that flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Listen, you're going to inhale, extend right leg up, bend and twist. Exhale, right knee underneath you towards your left elbow. Core twist. Yes, back up into the sky, straight line. We're going to warrior one. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the earth behind you. Find your center and balance. Warrior one. Rising up. And then exhale, opening warrior two. Adjust your feet. Feel grounded. That's it. Both feet on the floor. There's it. Then our side angle, reaching out, rotate here. You can stay up high. You don't have to touch the ground. So stay here for a moment so we feel the fullness of this posture. Good. All right, here comes that side plank variation or transition. We're going to turn, bring left hand to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Keep turning the leg until your toes are pointing towards the right edge of your mat. You're going to pull or slide the right foot back, stacking that leg on top of the other, or stagger them, or get into a position where you can place your left knee onto the floor for side plank. Vashisthasana is the name of this posture. Same things, okay? Wherever you are in the posture, your belt buckle is pushing forward, your upper back and the back of your head are leaning back, just for a little dynamic here. Yes, here we go. Breathe in, exhale, careful, slow, light return to plank pose, bringing that right foot to the floor. You can take a shortcut to down dog or go through a full vinyasa, you decide. We're getting ready for the other side. Okay? Rest if you need to, all good. A lot of hand and wrist work today with all these postures too. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg into the sky, bend and twist. Good. Exhale, left knee underneath you towards right elbow for our core twist. Back up into the sky, warrior one, left foot to the top. Right heel to the earth behind you. Find your center and balance. Rise when you're ready. There it is. Exhale, opening warrior two. Settle in. Love it. Side angle. Good. Holding for a moment. Be in the pose. Feel the posture. Here's that transition. Side plank. So right hand comes to the floor. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you. Keep turning that leg until your toes are pointing to the left edge of your mat. Pull or slide left foot back. Stack it on top of the other. Or have the feet and legs stagger. Or place right knee onto the floor. Belt buckle is pushing forward. Upper back is leaning back. Wonderful. Yes. Good strength here. Breathing in. Exhale, slow, careful, light return to the earth with the left hand. Good. Finishing your flow. Meet in down dog. Just a breath or two in down dog. All right, then coming to hero pose. So come down to your knees, sit back into hero if you're able. If that's uncomfortable for your ankles or knees, just take a regular seat. Okay, same flow, but when we get to that plank pose, side plank pose, okay, with this variation, if we come here, I'm going to have you stagger your feet. So my right foot's on top, so I'm going to step it in front of the other. Okay, be aware if you're sinking in your hips like I am at the moment. Okay, I'm going to try to get this hip, whatever top hip here is, I'm going to lift it. Lift. Okay, so we can really get that reach. All righty. We want the feet staggered because we're going to twist. We're going to inhale, open, exhale, twist. Reach underneath your body to the other side of the room. Inhale, reopen. Exhale, we're going to do this 37 times. That's 2 hours. I told you. It's going to take all that time. 4. Okay. Now to get out of the pose, because we get heavy and tired, right? We want to be careful with dropping down onto the floor. That was exaggerated. Okay, we don't want to do that, all righty? We're going to try to stay as light as possible, so keep everything lifted. Here's what we can do. Start to turn towards the floor. Get more on your toes. Lift your hips. That way you'll have some lightness as you return to the floor. You don't even need the floor. Who needs it? Don't need it. Can't even reach it. Okay? Down lightly to the floor. Just get on your toes, lift your hips. Okay? All right, downward facing dog. Let's give it a try. Same sequence. 2 hours. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Exhale, right knee underneath you towards left elbow, core twist. Right leg back up into the sky. Warrior one. Right foot to the top of the mat. Here we go. Left heel to the earth. Find your center and balance, rise. Exhale, open, warrior two, settle in. Right away, side angle, reach. Rotate here. We're going to side plank, breathe in. Exhale, turn, left hand to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you as that leg continues to turn. Slide or pull right foot back. You might start with stacked feet, but then stagger them. Okay, right foot in front of the other. Okay, feel the right hip lift up towards ceiling. Inhale, open, and exhale, twist, reach towards the windows. Finish the whole exhale. Inhale, reopen. Fill yourself up. Exhale, like you're wringing it out. 37 more times. Inhale, reach. Exhale. All right, you're going to inhale, open. Exhale, reach underneath. Okay, get up onto the tiptoes, lift the hips. And you can lightly bring the right hand to the floor. There we are, back into plank. Downward facing dog, or go through the full vinyasa. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg into the air. Bend and twist. Left knee underneath your right elbow. Back up into the sky. Warrior one. Floating up when you're ready. Exhale, opening warrior two. Settle in. Side angle. Here we go. We're breathing in. It's kind of like the same opening here. Exhale, right hand to the floor. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Keep swiveling, keep turning. Slide left foot back, stack on top of the other. Then stagger, left foot in front of the other. Make sure your left hip is lifting. Inhale, lean back, open up. Exhale, now there's the twist. Ring it out, finish the exhale. Slow it down. Inhale, reopen. There you go. Exhale, ring it out. Feel this in the core. Feel this in your hips. Inhale, open. Exhale, you're going to do it one more time. Inhale, open. Follow me. Exhale, twist. Hold the twist. Come up onto tiptoes. Now your left arm is free. So you can maybe extend that left arm forward or bring left hand to the floor. Here's our rebalance, realignment. Finish your flow. Okay. Once you finish in down dog, go ahead and take a rest. You're already doing that now by moving into child's pose. Let's all take that rest. Well deserved. Okay. Good. So just finding relief, finding breath. As many of you know, when we do these power core practices, which we're doing today, pretty dynamic. Lots of movements, lots of things going on. Okay. But continue to be mindful of your body. Rest when you need to. Skip poses if you need to as well, or if you want to, okay? 2 more breaths. Okay, just rise to hero, or take another seat, okay, as we're still kind of resting here. Okay, we're going to add a couple more things to this sequence. Sometimes some of you out there will do something and it inspires me and I want to add it to the class. So the next thing, when we get to a down dog, we're going to extend the leg, bend and twist, open it up right into wild thing, okay? Just open it up. And as we take it back, so this is my left leg back up into the air, keeping that knee bent, but around and down, left knee towards right elbow. Let me do it again. Left leg up, bend and twist. You don't have to do wild thing. As we come back up and around, knee to elbow. Okay, going through the flow. Here's the other thing. I'm just going to quick fast forward here. Side angle, inhale. Side plank. Here, same thing. Stagger, lift hip, inhale, open. Exhale, twist. 37 times. 1, 37, 38, 39. Stay here on the 39th. Added 2 there. Come up onto tiptoes. Take the feet wide, right out to the edges of your mat. This left arm is still free. Take it forward. Keeping feet wide may allow you to do this and even pick up that back right foot. Then add a crunch. And then pose. Someone sent me a Instagram, you know Instagram, reel thing. You know the Instagram? The gram? And it was a chef cooking, actually wasn't cooking, and my friend said, "John, do you dance while you cook?" And so the chef was playing Vogue from Madonna's Vogue. He's just in the kitchen. It's like, oh yeah, that's me. So pose, okay? All right. Are you rested now? Downward facing dog. Here we go. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend and twist. Stay here or flip the dog. Beware of your neighbor there. For wild thing, yes. Inhale right there. It's a twisted back bend. Exhale, flip it back over. Right hand down, right leg up. Right knee underneath you towards left elbow. Yes. Back up into the sky, straight line. Right foot to the top of the mat, back to warrior 1. Left heel to the earth, we're rising. Warrior 2. Settle in, side angle. Rotate the arms, breathe in. Exhale, turn left hand to the floor. Okay. Sliding right foot back, stacked on top of the other. Then stagger the feet, lifting right hip up. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. There's 1. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Okay, you're just going to do 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, twist, hold. Step the feet wide onto your toes, wide on your mat. Right arm extends forward. Reach. If you're able, pick up left foot and extend. Yes, see, you can do it. And add that crunch if you can. Elbow to knee. Ugh. Boom. Then pose. Okay. You see? See, y'all can do it. Boom. Plank pose. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog. Where's my Vogue? I need my Vogue music on playing. Other side, when you're ready, rest if you need to. Inhale, extend left leg up. Bend and twist. Stay here or flip the dog. You don't have to flip. Watch for your neighbor. There we go. Wild thing. Yes. Breathing in on the exhale. Flip it back over. Left hand down, left leg up. Left knee underneath you towards right elbow for the core twist. Left leg into the sky. Foot to the top of the mat, warrior 1. Right heel plants. Rise when you're ready. Yes. Exhale, open, warrior 2. Okay. Yoga is just voguing, really. Side angle. Rotate here. Yep. Inhale. Exhale, turn right hand to the floor, sliding left foot back, stack it on top of the other. Stagger the feet, left hip lifting. Okay. Inhale to open, exhale, twist, that's one. Make sure you twist, inhale, open. Exhale, get that rotation, reaching to the other side of the room. One more, inhale. Exhale, hold the posture, step the feet wide on your mat onto the toes. Wide, help you with balance. Extend left arm forward. Pick up right foot. Core crunch. Knee to elbow. Re-extend it. Foot and hand to the floor. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Okay? Back to boat pose. If you can, hop forward, cross legs, take a seat. Into boat, or just carefully come down, take a seat. Find your boat pose. Remember, it could be here. Tall spine, lean back, breathe out through the mouth, engage. Anytime, even if you lifted the feet, you can always bring the feet down. To decrease the activation of hip flexors, you might even step the heels forward. It'll disengage, okay? It'll relax a little bit, but you can stay very strong here. You can even play with little sit-ups. Mm-hmm. Okay. Come all the way up just to rest for a moment. I'm going to take you back into boat for a moment. Okay, so you can rest the abs. We are going to add those little crunches. Okay, in a moment. Stay there. Relax, stay relaxed. So I'm going to have you bring your legs up into the air after that. Engage core and slowly, oh my gosh, slowly bring legs back down to the floor. You're going to feel all this engage. Okay. Still trying to scoop pelvis under, trying to keep the low back pressing into the floor. You're going to get to a point, I'm shaking, okay, and pause. And we'll finish. Okay. Okay, yes, and then pose. All right, back to your boat. Okay, so find this boat with feet lifted, maybe holding on, maybe free arms, free hands, okay, if you want to there. But then go ahead and bring the feet back down. Step them forward, almost like you're extending the legs here, okay? Just make sure your spine is lifted and long. Free hands, just lean back. 8 pulses. Exhale, up, back. 3, 4, yes. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then come all the way down. Bring knees with you so you can feel the abs kind of relax. Oh. All right, last bit. Extend the legs into the air. Now for support, your arms can come down, either down by your side or out to the side, like a capital T, palms down. It might help support the body as you bring the legs down as slowly as possible. Okay, here we go. Energize feet, strong legs, bring them down slowly until you find that fiery point, and see if you can pause there. Keep scooping pelvis underneath you so you can feel low back press into the floor. Stay there, float, engage, maybe even lift hands. Maybe a little extra, can you lift your head, lift your upper, there you go. Let's do a little Pilates, here we go. That's it. Beautiful, everybody. And then melt, find the earth, okay? Shavasana is, what's it in English? You know what in English? It's corpse pose. Hold for a moment so things can disengage, especially through the abs and any other part of the body. Take the next minute or so finding a posture or a position that would feel relieving to you. It could be a twist, a hip opener, or just stay right where you are. We're at the end of our practice. We've gone through our 2 hours. Wonderful. Good, everybody. Good. So after your added movements, return to Shavasana or any other restorative or very relaxing position for your body. Just knowing you went through a very dynamic practice, did a lot of work. Now it is time to rest. Good. Stay in stillness. Just take a moment and take a deep breath in and out, just to keep you here, focused, connected. Stay in the moment. Return to the awareness of your breath. Again, taking a deep breath in and out. And do that again. Full breath in and out. And take 3 more slow, deep breaths just like that. Feeling this new energy pulse through your entire body. Strength that you've generated in your body and throughout this dynamic practice. It's flowing through you. It is a part of you. A reminder that you are strong. Even after those 5 breaths, take another round of 5 breaths if you'd like. Now feeling movement return to your body. That movement might start deep within you, subtle movements. With each breath, just feeling that energetic pulse of breath and movement expand to your external body until you're able to move. When you're ready to move, roll onto one side of your body. A brief hold in this nurturing pose. this strength building practice, you're also taking care of yourself. From here, slowly rise to seated. Once here, just feel the lengthening of your spine. Feel tall, feel proud, relax shoulders, arms, and hands. One last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms into the air, reach high. Big stretch. Exhale, bring palms together and down to your heart. Taking one more breath into your heart space, in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.